All right, man, we back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And it seems that, seems that the Detroit Pistons have found their general manager, according to Mark Stein, long NBA insider, says that they are trying to finalize a deal with Troy Weaver. Let's talk a little bit about Troy Weaver and his journey. From college all the way, from being a coach all the way to being with the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's been a long time coming for him, but hey, I appreciate everybody for coming back. Motor City Sports Talk, me in the building. Keep sharing the videos, and I'm going to keep putting them down. If you haven't, hit the bell icon button so you get the notification. Gang, subscribe, share, all those good things. So, one thing about Troy Weaver is he's basically like most minorities in sports. You know, they got to wait their turn. They gotta stay down till they can come up. And he been paying his dues under Sam Presti with the Oklahoma City Thunder. He been with them since KD and Russell Westbrook and James Harden went to the finals. So that's how long he been paying his dues in the league. Usually when you have successful organizations like them, people like to pick off that tree. But that hasn't necessarily been the case because Oklahoma City never closed the deal. They won the championship. The owner didn't want to pay James Harden, and from that point, the Hampton Five went up there from Golden State, Clay, whatever the hell they call themselves, Clay, Draymond, Steph, and them. They went up there to recruit Kevin Durant. He said he was going back to the Thunder. That kind of set the franchise back, and them not being able to get out the first round with Westbrook and Paul George. So maybe not, reaching the pinnacle is why he didn't get the notoriety that he should have got, sooner. But he's interviewed with the Bulls. He's interviewed with the Wizards. He's turned down the second round of interviews with both teams. All right. He basically turned both of them down. He just thought the Bulls' second round of interviews was a courtesy call. And I guess the Wizards situation wasn't right. They was trying to get Masai Ujiri to come down there. And then he had that situation where he allegedly struck a cop in Oakland after the championship. They settled that, I believe, and, he just didn't come. You know what I'm saying? So they ended up getting somebody else to go to Washington. So he has had opportunities in other places to let his talent shine. But his vision is, or a perfect spot for him is he knows the team is going to be in a bad shape. He said he knows the team going to need to be rebuilt when he get there. But I do think he wants the situation to be repairable and not impossible to repair. And he says that he wants a city and an organization that wants the same thing that he wants, and that's to build a champion. So those are the things that he's looking for. And it seems that, if they are negotiating an extension, like Mark Stein is reporting, is that Ed Stefanowski vision and Troy Weaver vision match up. This would be the third opportunity that he will get passed up for or pass up. So I don't envision that happening. Remember, the Pistons can have as much as almost 70-something million in cap space if they amnesty Blake with the new CBA. Right now they have 40. We talked about how they honing in on Jakob Portal and how they honing in on Harry Giles from the Sacramento Kings as free agents. So at the end of the day, I think the visions match up. But let's talk a little bit before I give my synopsis on him. Let's talk a little bit about, where he comes from. All right. He started as assistant with Jim Boeheim up there in Syracuse. When he started as assistant there, Carmelo and them and Keem Warwick, won a championship. Then he went somewhere else to sit on the bench in the NBA as well, I believe, too. Can't remember, was it the Sacramento Kings? But he went somewhere else to sit on the bench. And after that, he went into the front office. So he been in the league a long time. So he paid his dues. And it was longer than expected, especially working under Sam Presti. If you didn't know, Sam Presti comes from the organization that's a well-oiled machine known as the San Antonio Spurs, who had dominance from 1999 all the way till, to the early 2010s. So they had one of the great stretches, dominations, and longevity in sports. So he come from a great tree. He paid his dues. He know what it is to be on the bench. He know at the college level. He probably scouted as well. So, I'm definitely not mad at this hire. I didn't want Wes Wilcox after that racist joke he said in Atlanta. I'll just tell you straight up and down. I didn't like him as a general manager. Even if he is learning under Ed, I straight up didn't like him. I don't care if he got a black wife or not. That make me even more skeptical. I'm not going to get into that. The other dude, Madonna, whatever is from the Suns, he made some bad draft picks. I wasn't good. I wasn't cool about him. The kid from the Brooklyn Nets, I liked him as well. Also, I like, bringing in Sam Presti if we could have picked him from Oklahoma City or Masai Ujiri, but I know those things wasn't going to happen. So, with Troy Weaver, if he do sign a deal, sound like he qualified. You know what I'm saying? He's seen it from the bench. He's seen it from the, the front office. He probably did some scouts, and he come from a good tree. So that's all I really wanted them to do is pick a general manager from a great tree, and they did that. The Spurs tree, the Thunder tree. They could have went and got that kid from the dude from the Boston Celtics. So we'll see how it all ends up playing out, man. And I just can't wait for this rebuild, man, because it's the first time we be rebuilding through the draft since Grant Hill is gone. But hey, let me know what you guys think about them bringing in Troy Weaver. Obviously the Chihuahua was barking. Benny Penninger Chihuahua. That dog got a personality on him. But I appreciate everybody for checking in. Don't forget you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, PayPal in the description. Shout out to Brennan and Brent for making a donation. Salute to them. But best way to donate for me is to share the video. Don't forget you can check my other channel out, Goodfella Sports TV, right here on YouTube. One time for the one time. It's your boy CJ Goodfella, Motor City Sports Talk. And let me know what you guys think about Troy Weaver as the GM. And then now we have to get an assistant GM. And that's another conversation that we're going to have. But y'all know what it is. One time for the one time. We're gone.